Hi, Stacy here with BluebirdNeedlework.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, June 13th, 2026. You are viewing this sometime in the week after June 13th. I film my Bluebird paper and thread and BluebirdNeedlework.com on Saturdays just because that's when I have the time to do it. So you're getting, this comes a little bit later in the week. This week in the shop, Teresa Kogut patterns came in, so I'm really excited about that. And I got my packaging for my bag bling charms, and I got them listed. I also took some photos of some different things that I have made up that I would sell at boutiques, or I did have an Etsy storefront at one point in time. So it's like makeup bag sets and makeup bags and, you know, wristlets and things like that. So I did take some photos of some of that stuff. Those are not yet listed, but they will be soon. I just need to find the time to sit down and put it all together. It takes a really long time to get all of that put together. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies. Primarily, that's cross-stitching with a little bit of sewing and a tiny little bit of quilting thrown in. I also enjoy paper crafting. I like to make greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. This video is on my what is in my shop. I did open a online needlework shop in February of 2026, and so this video is on things that happen in my shop, things that are going into the shop, information about the shop. Anything I need to talk to you about is here in this video. I separated from Bluebird paper and thread the two videos because it got a little long, and I'm only shipping in the United States at the moment. So those that are, you know, overseas, they get stuck in the Bluebird Needlework update, and you know, the videos were very long. And then I heard from a couple like, can you separate them out or do timestamps? And I'm like, I'll separate them out, because I was kind of thinking that anyways. So right along with them. Okay, so bag charms. I've come up with a name for them. It's called Charmed Bag Bling, and I really do like them a lot. And then I developed this packaging. Now, I'm not completely thrilled with the packaging. We'll probably have to redesign it when I reorder. But this is what the packaging looks like. Just an idea. And then this one. Last night I bought more of these charms, so I'll be making some more of them. So these are up in the shop, and thank you. If you've ordered some, thank you. I am tickled pink that you like them. I hope when they make it into your hands that you're equally as pleased with them. I love them. I think I have this one on. I love coordinating them with my bag. So I have this project bag that I made, and then this is the charm for this bag. So it coordinates and it looks beautiful. Right now I am using these smaller lobster claw hooks, and they will hook onto the narrower zippers, which is what I'm using on my project bags. Eventually I'll probably switch to a different zipper that has a little bit bigger opening so that thicker clasps can be used on them. But for right now, this is kind of where I'm at. So yeah, I'm just thrilled. They are so much fun to make. In fact, I had to make a strawberry one. I had oversold that. There was a hiccup with my system, so with my website, so I oversold by at least one. So I came out here and I made it really quickly, and then I put together this guy, and I just think it's so pretty. Just really pretty blues. This is a blue flower. And then the blue butterfly. I tossed a bee in there. A little bit of sparkle. This is a glass bead, like lamp work type bead, and it's so pretty. And this one honestly may not make it. I may have to keep this one because I love it so much. It's just beautiful, in my opinion. So I'll be doing more of those today, hopefully. It's getting a little warm. I do have an air conditioner, but it is getting a little warm out here, so I'm not sure how long I'll be able to make it. We'll have to play it by ear. Next, Teresa Kogut charts came in from her June release, and there's a few of them. First of all, we've got Meek and Humble. Jesus, meek and humble at heart, make my heart like unto thine. I really like the monochromatic stitching on this. She stitched this on 40 count ironstone by Farmhouse Linens. She used, actually there's two colors. Really, there's two colors? Oh, if you look on the leaves, there's straight stitches on the leaves. So the straight stitches are DMC 3866, Mocha Brown Ultra, and the red is Classic Colorworks Licorice Red or DMC 22. So this is 142 by 56 for stitch count. It doesn't say how big the pillow is. Let me calculate that out really quickly because I'm kind of thinking if you like to do dough bowls, this might be a really neat thing to tuck in. Okay, so 142 by 56, 40. So this finishes about 7 by 3. So it's a small, narrow pillow. Half of a 5 by 7 frame, basically. The long half. Summer Garden came in, and I love this one so much. This one is stitched 1/2 on 40 count Brea by Needle and Flax. Finished into a drum. Stitch counts 155 by 75. I love the flowers. They're really pretty. Quite a few colors on this one. Some DMC, some Classic Colorworks. Weeks Dye Works. So, yep. I can't wait to stitch that one. Welcome Home. This is stitched on a 40 count Dirty Teacup by Needle and Flax. It's 147 by 85. Yeah. So, that house is really sweet. I think this house would be fun to stitch. Okay. If you don't know me, let me tell you how I feel about houses. I love them. I love seeing houses on cross stitching. when I get to a house, that's what stalls me out on a project because I don't enjoy stitching them. I get bored. But this one, it's got many multiple colored blocks. So you could start with the mortar of the bricks and get that all stitched in and then go in and fill in, and that would probably go by really quickly. And being that there's so many different colors, I think it would go by really quickly. And you will notice that this house is very similar to this house. So she created this one because she had to redesign a little bit to get these flowers to kind of fit in so they didn't kind of grow up over the house. But creators praise. So if you just wanted to do the house, you could get the other, or you could stitch this. You don't have to do the border, and you could just cut it off and not do the words and that border below. Or if you wanted to cut out the words, you could bump this border up here below the grass and keep this border. There's really a ton of options, but I love the flowers and the birds and that house. So much to love. And then House of Hope. This is a sweet stitch. Oh wait, let me go back. This one is stitched on 40 count Duxbury linen by Fox and Rabbit, and the stitch count's 153 by 182. So, okay, House of Hope, sweet little pillow. This one gives a finished size. This is stitched on 40 count Gallows Hill by Needle and Flax, and the finished size is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, and it's really, really sweet. And if you didn't want to put Hope in there, you could just stitch that all in green. And then she stitched these corners too to kind of give it a little definition. Really sweet. I really like that linen. Gallows Hill. It's pretty. And last but not least, we have Divine Abode. Virtue soft balm of every woe, of every grief the cure, 'tis thou alone that canst bestow pleasures unmixed and pure. The shady wood, the verdant mead, are virtue's flowery road. Not painful are the steps that lead to her divine abode. 1802. She's got sheep and a dog, a couple of dogs, a goose, a basket full of flowers. It's really, really sweet. I would probably stitch this in its entirety because I really like that verse. This one is stitched on 36 count Grandma's Lace by Hand Dyes by Karen of Stitches and Blooms in Alpena, Michigan. The stitch count is 263 by 263. So on a 36 count, it's 14 5/8 square. If you go to a 46 count, it's 11 3/8 square. And if you go 56 count, it's 9 3/8 square. So that would, I think, 56 and 46, you would be able to fit them probably in a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12 frame. And you would have just a little bit more border on the 56 count than you would on the 46, but I think it would fit just fine. Divine Abode was inspired by an 1802 Irish sampler by Elizabeth Band. The verse is so lovely is what she says, and that's the original. So that's all that came in. Project bags. I feel like I'm letting you guys down on project bags a little bit. I ordered a whole bolt of the Pellon interfacing that I like. I tried using other interfacings and I didn't like it as much as the Pellon fusible. It's what I use for my purses when I was making purses, and it works really well for me. So I ordered some because I'm out. It was supposed to be delivered within like a week and a half or 2 weeks, and we are on like week 3 or 4 right now. It's been almost a month, and I looked a couple of times this week and there is no estimated delivery date, which says to me it either got knocked off a ship in the harbor, because that's been happening, or it's stuck in the ocean somewhere or in customs or something, and I can't wait any longer. I'm desperate to start sewing through some of this fabric and make beautiful project bags and kind of freshen up the inventory, and I can't do it if I don't have the fusible fleece. So I went in last night, and I requested a cancellation and a refund, which they granted, and I ordered from a different company the same thing, and it's supposed to be here. Here's what I don't like about Amazon. It said be delivered on the 19th. Excellent. It'll be here on the 19th. That is great. And then once the order is placed, it'll say, okay, it'll arrive on the 20th to the 26th. You just told me it was going to be here on the 19th. That's why I ordered it. So I'm going to be watching that one a lot closer. If it gets delayed, I don't know what I'm going to do. I will probably... the next time I'm in Hobby Lobby, I'll probably scope it out and see if I can buy a big bolt of it. And if I can't buy it, maybe they can order it for me. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just a little frustrated, if I'm quite honest. And so that's what's, kind of been slowing me down just a little bit. As soon as it comes in, I will be back to working on project bags. It takes a while for me to get things listed in the shop because I have to photograph it. I have to list it in my inventory. I have to list it on the website. I have to fill in all of the forms on the website to get it listed. So it takes some time. So I might show a project bag today, but it might not show up on the website for another week and a half. So that's why there might be a delay. I'm going to try to figure out my workflow or a process that might shorten that up a little bit. So, I'm kind of playing around with it, and we'll see. And then if I put it up midweek before I'm ready to film a video, I'll just send a quick, message via my newsletter saying that we've got something new in the shop and go check it out. So, which is what I did this week with Charmed Bag Bling. I made the announcement via my newsletter, and you guys got excited and ordered. So I got stuff packaged yesterday, and I got it in the mail today. So thank you very much if you ordered. There's more to come. I'm really excited because I'm having a lot of fun making this stuff. And buying the supplies. So my son and his girlfriend and my husband and I went to dinner last night, and we were talking about a cross-stitch project that she's working on. And she asked me, we were going to do it kind of together a little bit, and she started it. I have not. And she asked me, she said, "Did you start it?" And I said, "No, I haven't. I got to kit it up. I'll do that this weekend." And so I don't have one of the floss colors that she needs. it didn't come in the order. So I said, well, we can look up the color, and I'm really good at matching the colors. So we can pick something at Michael's. And she's like, oh, can we go tonight? I'm like, sure. So after dinner, the 4 of us went to Michael's. We had the best time. I don't know if my husband really had a good time, but we had a really good time. And then we took him and I bought him a Starbucks afterwards, and he was happy about that. But we looked at charms, and it was fun. So we've got some new things. I can show you some of the charms that I got. I got little corgis. Oh, so cute. And then I bought some blue sea stars, and I bought more of the fish. So I'll be able to make more of those charms. So excited. So then I came home and I'm like, well, I ran out the sweet strawberry? That's what I named the strawberry bag charm. That has sold out and oversold, actually. And so I ran out of some of the extras, and I like to keep it. They're not all going to be identical, but I would like to keep, if I have 2 red flowers and 2 white flowers, I'd like to keep 2 red flowers and 2 white flowers. They might be different, but the look and the aesthetic is the same. So I was running out of some things, so I hopped online, and I ordered what I needed. So those should be coming in, and then I'll be able to add more of the strawberries into the inventory again, and keep plugging along and making them when I can, because they're really, really fun. So that's it. No fabric orders this past week. Except for the Liberty box came in. So this is the finishing kit. So that's the backing fabric, and then it's got white for the sashing. And then the Liberty box came in today, but I think I need to wait to show that one. So that will be on Bluebird Paper and Thread video probably next week. If not next week, the week after, if I can get a video done then. So that is it for me. Not much else is going on. Just trying to, keep my energy up and not run myself into the ground, so that I can do all the things that I want to do, which, making all the things that I want to make, stitching all the things I want to stitch, sewing what I want to sew. It's just... there's so much to do and not enough time in the day. So I guess that's it. Until next time, if you haven't done so already, please take a moment. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Be sure to share the video, like the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments, and I love to read the comments. I will always respond with the little heart like emoji, but I also do take the time when I can to actually respond to you. So it brightens my day. I love reading the comments. If you haven't done so already, please go and check out bluebirdneedlework.com. If there is something that you don't see in the shop that you would like to see, please drop me an email through the Contact Us form. I will get that, and I will put it on the list of things to purchase. Same thing with the newsletter. If you haven't done so already, please hop over and sign up for the newsletter. My intention is not to spam. I will do a longer newsletter every 3, 4 to 6 weeks. And then I will do a shorter newsletter as I'm uploading new product. So if you want to be in the know and get the first, hint of what's happening, that's the place you need to be. Anything else regarding that? No, I don't think so. All right, until next time, happy stitching. Bye.